Hi, my name is Clifton Sidney James, well known as Sydney from Port Kaituma Northwest District. um, this is my story about Jonestown. Jonestown is just like 6 miles away from Port Kaituma. When Jim Jones came to Port Kaituma, they were staying at the back range at Pittsburgh Estate. And Jim Jones' two sons, Tom and Jim, they attend Port Kaituma Primary School. And there were some other African American and other students also that were bigger, in 16, 17 years. They attend this school too, Port Kaituma. And after Jonestown was completed, the village, Jonestown, they moved from Port Kaituma and went into Jonestown. And they began to cultivate the land in Jonestown, but we never really go to Jonestown because I was about 10 years old. And but the Sunday before I was fortunate to visit Jonestown. My friend Lennon Boyer, whose name was Bibi, called him Bibi, his mother, Auntie G, was sick and she was going into Jonestown to see a doctor. So he told me that his mother was going into Jonestown. So I told my mother, and I had permission to go to Jonestown the Sunday morning. And so she packed a bag and lunch bag, and so we went in with a truck, 10-wheel truck. It's a dump truck. A couple of us, many people went into Jonestown that day. And as we approached, we were leaving Kaituma, we approached Jonestown, the area. They had a checkpoint at the gate, and we were there for about 50 minutes before we had permission to leave to enter Jonestown. And as we were going in through the trail, the road, both sides of the road was well cultivated, cassava, banana trees, and this kind of thing. And there were people that were working on both sides of the road, cleaning through. And there was a signboard over the road, actually midway, saying, "Welcome to Jonestown." And as we entered Jonestown itself into the town, I remember there was a building, the first building. It seems like it was a workshop, and there were like 10 bunch of bananas, ripe, very ripe, and they were just hanging there at the entrance as you enter into the Jonestown itself. But Jonestown was a beauty. Well cultivated. The land was it was like paradise. The gardens, it was so clean, it was so beautiful, well cultivated. Greens was planted, cabbages and all these things. They were on the right side as you enter in, the left hand as you enter in to where the truck stopped us. And we came off there. There was a rocking bench. There was a little play area there, open space area, and there was a big pen with the gorilla. He was there. That was the first sight that we really was excited about, because I know when the gorilla came in to Port Kaituma. I was there on the airport, and there was a woman, I can't remember her name now, but she was the one who bought in the gorilla. He was small, very small. So when I saw the gorilla, then it was amazing, because this guy was so big, and he was in a very big pen that they built for him, and it was fenced around so that you could only reach to a spot to look at him. And we were there at the fence. And when he saw us, he went down, full his mouth of the water in a big pool, a tire they had here. And he full his mouth of the water, and then he went up and sling, and then he spewed the water on us and wet us up, and it was like fun. So we keep watching him, and then after that, the people take us to this building. Look at this. Right here. Look at this. Right here to this building. This building right here. This is where they had, in this building here, right there as looking at it, where all these people die here, there was a stage here with band set, music, guitars, and so on, and pews inside this building here, right here. And they were playing when they take us there, because we was small, so they said we don't move from that area, but stay right here, stay right in that building there. So that building we stayed, we were sitting there in pews, and the guys, they were there playing. They came and they started playing music to start up the band set. Behind, and I remember behind the pews right here in this building, there were at least about 10 to 15 ladies sewing clothes. They were sewing. We reach them sewing, and we leave them sewing clothes right there in that building behind here, right here, right here. And so we were there, and they were playing the music, and we were looking at the ladies sewing. And right there, we met our friend from Port Kaituma. His name was Derek, and he was living in Jonestown. His family leave him there to live in Jonestown. So we saw him, and right behind this building, right here, inside here, we met with him and we talked with him. But everything was good. He said everything was good, and so we were excited because we want to come and live in Jonestown too. Yeah, because they had not only him, but he had another guy from Kaitumu too. Was his name was, I can't remember exactly his name, but his title was Gil. Derek and Gil. They had another guy also from Port Kaituma. He died too. All three of them died. And they had another lady, had her son in there. He died also. And there was another lady by the name of Judy Hudson, my neighbor. She had her son in there, Chad Hudson. He did not die because about 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the killing, his mother took him out of Jonestown. So he was saved. That was a miracle. He got saved. Anyhow, right there, we spent a day right there in that building. And in this building, right over here, look at this, right over there was the school. They had a school there. It was Sunday, but yet they had school going on here that day, right in this building over here. There was a lot of teenager girls and boys in that area, in that building, in that tent right there, right over there. And right through here, in this catwalk here, it was so beautiful. There was parrot, there was macaw, and monkey on this part here as you enter into Jonestown, within this area, as you enter into this part here. It was beautiful. I believe this was the toilet here. Right over here was a toilet. And so Jonestown was so beautiful. It was amazing. We want to come, we want to live in Jonestown. I remember seeing a girl, a young girl. She was like 8 to 10 years old, was walking with a beautiful animal, anteater. She was walking with it right through like a dog. It was so beautiful and big. And she had a chain, a collar on him, and he was walking like a dog. She was walking it through. It was amazing. I remember seeing it because that was amazing with the animals. But everything in Jonestown was looking fine, and everything was looking good. The people was there, didn't show any signs of, maybe they, I couldn't understand because I was 10 years old, but I didn't know much. To me, it looked like everything was good. Everything was looking good. So we spent the day right there in that building until the rest of the time there, and they said to us, all right, it's time to leave. And so we leave from there right back into the truck, right back in the truck right into this area here, right into this area here. The truck parked within this area. There's the entrance here, was the entrance here, this area here. And so we walk into the place there. And after that, we just joined back the truck from right here, and we came out back of Jonestown. And so the following day in school was Monday. The whole week we talk about Jonestown. The whole week we talk about Jonestown and how wonderful it is. We want to go and live in Jonestown. We want to go because we see our friend in there. We saw our friend Derek, and we want to go and live in Jonestown too. Not knowing that was the last time, the last Sunday, any visitors ever visit there from Port Kaituma. Because this Saturday, that's when the shooting start and the killing start in Jonestown. Okay, my next video is gonna be, I will be talking about what happened on the Port Kaituma airstrip, because I was there. I saw what happened on Port Kaituma airstrip because I live about 200 feet away from the airport. About 100 meters away from the airport I live. So I went on the airport and I saw what happened.